Hello, this is Jimmy Blevins, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to add a call to action with the Divi Visual Builder. Now, first off, all we need to do is add the appropriate module. So I'm going to click on the gray plus sign, and then we'll go call to action. And this will start us off in everything that we need to do to get this going. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is add a background image to this. And the reason I want to do the background image first is it's going to dictate my font choice and color and all those things. So to get a background image put in your call to action, you want to click on design and you scroll down here to background image, and I've already got my beach image uploaded, so that'll pop right in there. So first thing is to put the title in. And then for the button URL, while I'm doing these tutorials, I just put in a hashtag, which just makes the URL clickable. Obviously, this is where you would put your URL in to the sign up form or whatever call to action page you wanted it to lead to. And for our button text, I'm going to say sign up to win. We're not using a background color. Now, you'll notice this, and I don't know if this is a bug with the module or just a feature that's in the CSS of the background, but you notice if I say I'm not using a background color, automatically eliminates the padding, which I'll show you how to fix that in a minute. There's one last thing I want to do really quick, and that's just to put in my text. My text is 1 in 10 sign-ups is a winner. So that's everything with my general options, and now we can get into the design. One last thing we want to do is you'll notice the text orientation. And right now my text is lined up in the middle of the call to action. I want to move that over to the left so it balances a little bit with my seashell. So now I've got my text over here, my picture over here. It balances the call to action out a little bit. So now I'm going to click on design. And the first thing I want to do is change my header text color. And I want to go with something a little dark, kind of a reddish brown. I'm going to make it bold, and I'm going to bump up the size quite a bit so it really grabs your attention. And then a really easy trick if I want my body text to be the same color is I just double click here and copy this value. This is the hexadecimal value of that color. So if I want to copy it somewhere else, I need to put my hashtag in first and then paste, and now everything is the same color within the module. I'm not going to worry about changing the font right now. So here in this custom padding, this is where I fix the padding that I lost when the background image was changed. I'm going to go 2 EMs all the way around. And EM is a term used in your style sheet settings, which EM is better to use for your responsive websites. If you put in a pixel value, like say I went with 20 pixels, it might look great here, but it might be too big of a gap on a mobile phone. So if I use the EMs, what that does is it creates a height double to what the font size is, or the default font size is for your document. So EM is a great way to have your padding on your element and still be able to have it gauge its size, because on my mobile device the font size might be smaller, which means my padding is going to less and the call to action is going to look a little bit differently, but proportionately my padding is still going to be where I want it. Now the last thing I need to do first before that, I want to make this body text just a little bit bigger, so I'm going to bump up the body font size. And then now I want to put some custom CSS on my button. So right here you see custom styles for button. I want to turn that on. Now I can do whatever magic I want to do with my button. I'm going to make the text size a little bit bigger so it lines up with the rest of the modules. I'm going to leave the text color the same, but I am going to put a background color on this just so it pops out a little bit more. kind of keep with the same general color, and I'm going to make it transparent so you can still see the image through it just a bit. I want to change the icon to this thumbs up icon, and I also want the icon to display all the time, not just when it hovers. So I'm going to click on this button as well. So now when I mouse over it, the icon stays. And one last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to change the button hover background color. And you can change all of these. I can change the color of the text, the background, and the border if I want to. So on the hover color, again, I want to I'm going to make it a little bit brighter. And that's perfect. So now when I hover over, it actually becomes opaque and gives some nice feedback for the user. So that's the end of this tutorial on how to set up a call to action with the Divi Visual Builder. Once again, I'm Jimmy BLEVINS, and thank you so much for watching.